What is up, everybody? It is the Jaden here, and today I'm talking about why money isn't everything, specifically from my unique perspective as a young American guy who's just graduated from college with a bachelor's degree. I'm 22 years old. I got my degree in English and creative writing from the University of Iowa. I published a couple books, and I also studied finance and economics for a couple years before switching to English. And now I'm kind of in this interesting situation where I get to choose between kind of grinding and making a lot of money with dead end jobs or building up a career or business and something that I really love. So, a lot of thoughts about money have been on my mind lately, and I thought I would share some of my reflections and conclusions with you guys. So, let's start with the obvious that money is very, very important. We need money to pay our bills, provide for others and for our families, and to just generally have greater access to the world, whether that be being allowed to move somewhere else or start an expensive business, etc. But the problem that I see nowadays is that, at least among many young American men that I know, and from the sense that I get with social media, it feels like money is treated like an end all be all that will solve all of our problems as young American men, when in reality, money won't. Now, we're kind of right to think that lots of money will allow us to quit a job that we don't like because it will. But there are many alternative solutions that would allow us to do the same thing. And I feel like nowadays those solutions are being overlooked. Things like living cheaper, we could get jobs that we just genuinely enjoy more and that we actually want to do long term. We can change our goals or learn to appreciate what we already have instead of always chasing a bigger house, a nicer car, etc. And that's kind of the reason why I'm making this video, is to tell you that those alternatives are not only okay, but they can be very admirable and correct compared to just chasing more money, letting money control your life and your livelihood. It feels like today there's this perceived value of young guys that is tied directly to their salary. Like, the more money that you make, the more of a man you are, and seemingly the better you are in just every regard of life. Advice that at least I'm given by role models that I really look up to, people like Joe Rogan, Alex Hermosi, Chris Williamson, and so many others. We're constantly told that we need to disappear, we need to chase money, build up careers and businesses, seemingly at the cost of everything. And that's where I tend to disagree, is I don't think it's worth the cost of everything. I think it's important that we work hard and that we work hard often, but we do it at a healthy balance while maintaining those friendships and relationships that mean so much to us, and while respecting ourselves as just human beings. We're told that we should basically cut off friends who don't add value to us, and sometimes even cut off family members if they're taking away from our undistracted work time. We're told that we're supposed to be alone, to cut out anything that could be a distraction, that we're supposed to grind and ignore our own emotions and our well being just for the sake of building up a pile of money. And in some sense, I do love grinding and working in this way and the motivation that comes with it. But all of that adds up to nothing, literally nothing at all, if it ends up turning you into an asshole, if it hurts your mind and your mental health or your physical health by putting you through super high stress all the time, if it alienates you from your friends and your family who actually care for you and who are ultimately what make your life meaningful. And like I said, we should be working hard and working hard often. But where I disagree is that we shouldn't let money ruin or completely dictate our lives either. If you as a man assign a status or a value to yourself based on only your salary, then you have a very convoluted view of yourself that I think has been really unhealthily reinforced by social media and our American culture. And rather than see yourself in a competition that you need to win to consider yourself valuable or just overall good as a man or as a person, which, by the way, you're never going to win in that competition because there will always be someone who has more money than you, whether that be because they sacrificed more or because they got luckier. And in more likelihood, there will always be millions of people who have more money than you. Rather than think of it like that, like a leaderboard that has rankings, you should instead be treating money like a tool that will help you, that will give you access to the things that truly matter, things that for me are like helping other people, building up meaningful relationships, and just generally enjoying your day to day life and doing something that you love for your work. Because the money itself won't make you happy, but those things ultimately can. I want you to know that no matter how much money you make, or if you're in debt, even how much debt you might be in, you are inherently valuable as a person because you're a person. And if on top of that, you're kind to other people, if you're trying your best to make your life better on a day to day basis, then you are already very, very successful today. And things in your life will improve with time as a result of that. And you shouldn't let social media and other people's obsession with money distract you or get in the way of what truly matters to you, which only you know. And you shouldn't be jealous of other people who might have more or who might have more money, because I think that that'll eventually hurt your enjoyment of everything that you've already worked so hard to get. That's about it, everybody. I hope you guys found this video insightful. I will see you guys in the next one. Have a great day.